And welcome back to another episode of Style and City Diaries.
Brought to you by your favourite and fabulous cousins, Prinny Ray.
And Amber Lowe. Yes! Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Yes! We are joined by a guest this week.
Whoop whoop! Listen, I love it because we don't have sound effects, so you gotta be the sound effect.
I'll be the soundboard.
Make some noise
For
Lewys! I'm so excited you're
This
here.
is a
Oh,
very
guys, stop. I'm so
excitable
excited.
collaboration.
Oh, it's a good one.
Do you know what? It's probably the collaboration that people didn't realise they
No,
needed
they
until
didn't
they
know they
listen to
needed
it.
it.
They're going to be like, it
There
makes
we go.
sense.
And I feel like it's so timely because Love Island is on right now.
It makes so much sense.
It is. I need to. At one point, I was thinking the other day, I was like, what stage of my life will I grow up and stop speaking about some like dumb reality show where these people have no idea I exist? And I was just like, I thought the other day, I was sent out like, I counted how many tweets I did in an episode, and it was like 10 or 12. And I was like, I must be so fucking annoying for all these people who have to follow me and don't watch the show. And like, it's just like rude to unfollow. Like my friends who don't watch the show must be like, oh my, like I'm
Here
not
we
surprised
go
that they mute me.
They could just mute for
Literally.
a while, you know. I love it though because sometimes I don't watch straight away, so I catch up with tweets and like the tweets. I'm like, I don't even know who this person is, but that is funny.
And also, I feel like it takes such a like skill and talent to tweet during Love Island.
Yeah.
Because your tweets are so funny.
I can't watch it with other people. I'm always like, I'm at work. Like, if I'm with my boyfriend or my friends, and they're like, "Oh my god, what do you think?" I'm like, "Shh." Like, I'm
Yeah,
like,
but
I'm
how
trying to
do you
find a
come
meme.
up with like how do you find the meme so quickly? Like how by the time I think I've tweeted something funny, there's been about 50,000 tweets and they're on to the next thing.
Next
that's on the
situation,
and I'm like,
yeah.
They move
it's
so
gone
fast.
so fast.
They move so fast. And last night, on last night's episode, I don't know if you watched it, Zara was like, bad boy piece of information. And I was like, how? What's the quickest way to find this video to be able to tweet this video before everyone
How
moves
do
on
you
to the next
do
topic?
it?
Yeah.
What's her face? I've even like I forget.
Lani
Lani
Good, yeah.
Good. Oh,
Oh, I feel like we jumped straight in, which is like us. But let's take it back.
yeah.
Who is Lewys?
I am me. Well, I primarily do YouTube, which I started when I was 13. I've been doing it for 10 years.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
So we did it for like a year.
I know, it's a long slog. But I find it, I don't think I would have stuck with it if I started it when I was not a teenager.
Yeah.
Especially because YouTube, it's not like TikTok where it hits instantly or bangs instantly. Like it takes so long to grow, and like the algorithm doesn't hit the same as like Instagram or TikTok, and it like takes a while to get into things. So if I wasn't so young and A, had so much free time, and B, had such like a obsession of YouTube when I was younger that I wanted to do it anyway, I just think I was very much right place, right time. So yeah, I do that primarily. And then I do lots of different stuff on the side. I do some presenting, some DJing, some bits and bobs.
We love is it a multifaceted?
Yeah, jack
We
of
love
all
a
trades.
multifaceted
I
babe.
described it as the other day. I was like, I'm just adding some wait, I can't say it. One thing about me is I will butcher a phrase. I always say
Well, you're on the right podcast.
Great company.
You're
We
on
ain't got
the
a clue
right
what we're saying half the
podcast.
time.
I'm always like, I always say I'm not the brightest tool in the shed, and everyone's like, it's either brightest bulb or sharpest tool. Like
tool,
pick
yeah.
one, and I'm just
Oh,
like,
see, I like that.
I've never
makes
heard
sense.
brightest bulb though.
No,
That's a new
the
one to
brightest
me.
Really?
bulb.
No, I've never heard that
interesting.
one.
What did I say recently? We called it like the title or something. It was like I said something so dumb, and literally Prinny looked at me and was like,
I mean, we
can't
say
even
a lot
remember,
of dumb
but
things, so I can't
it's
remember.
Completely fine. But yeah, so very multifaceted. We love it.
oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Strings to the bow. Bow to the string. Wait, what is that?
adding-
String. You know violins, they have a bow and you add strings.
Strings, yeah, strings to the bow,
adding
yeah,
strings
yeah.
to the bow. Sounds wrong now
bow
I'm
is
saying
the-
it, but
Doo-doo-doo.
I'm sure that is.
Never heard of that one, but
That's another one
we
for the
love
vote.
it.
So what do you primarily introduce yourself as? Because I find like now, like social media creators or influencers, people are moving away from like that one identity, and they're, like you said, adding strings to both, whatever. They're adding things to the ting. And like, so when you're doing so many different things, what's your like go to when someone's like, so what do you do?
I never. Oh my god, I never like. I'm like influencer because that
Is that
so
cringe?
I also don't think I'm an influencer. I don't think I influence people. I don't do up like what I do, what I'm wearing today, OOTDs
Right,
every day.
yeah.
I'm not like, oh, this is review on this makeup product or something. I don't think I influence stuff on people. So like I always just say, oh, I do some stuff in social media, which sounds dodgy. That could be fucking OnlyFans. That could be like behind the scenes, like what's that anonymous hacking group? I'm always like, I do stuff in social media.
I'm on the black market selling shit to people. You're a content creator.
Yeah, basically.
But then I'm just like, oh, that just sounds like an influencer who doesn't want to call themselves an influencer.
Yeah.
No,
we need a word for people that just do what they love and like somehow 20,000 billion people also love it. Because that's what it is.
That's what I'll start saying when people are.
No. I'm quite intrigued though, you starting YouTube at 13. Like what was going through the mind?
I was obsessed with Zoella. Zoella was
right,
like,
it makes sense.
Hey.
I remember
Right.
Zoella. Where is she these days?
she had a baby.
Yeah, she had a baby.
yeah.
Do you know she's in Madame Tussauds? Whatever
No
it's called.
way.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
I think they might have got chucked out.
Oh, is it? She was like, she sat on a bed and she's like,
Not the national treasure.
no.
I was obsessed with her and I was just like, I want to be her. And I was 13 at the time and I just went next door into my mum's like bathroom cupboard, took out all her products, and they used to do like monthly favorites. I don't know if you remember, but like they used to be like, this is my monthly favorite, like favorite mascara, favorite candle, favorite scarf. And I would just be bullshitting my way through and I'd be like, this moisturizer is incredible. Like a 13-year-old me never applied moisturizer in my life. I'm like, I can't get enough of this. And my mum would be like, where the fuck is my moisturizer gone? And it'll still be under my bed. I'm like, I don't know.
Do you know what? Dedication to the job.
And then it just spiraled, and then I started doing makeup, and then I did full beat like glam.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I used to be called like James Charles. Like people said I used to look like James Charles and stuff.
Wow.
Like
How did that make you feel? Like, what's your opinions on
I
James Charles?
got annoyed when I got called that I look like James Charles, and I was like, no, we're just like both like the same age white boys with brown hair doing full face of
Yeah.
makeup. If you actually put us side by side, we look nothing alike.
Yeah.
But it was just like I there was nothing I could say that would stop it. So I just like didn't really do it. But one time I met him and it was so
Did he sing?
embarrassing. I was in like a queue to a party and my friend that I was with got out back camera flash on Snapchat and was like, James Charles, take a picture with James Charles. And I was just like, and I still have the video of my friend James Charles just like, and I'm just like, stop. And I just smacked the camera in the video.
You look like a fan.
I was like, this is so embarrassing. So that was one of up there with the worst moments of my life.
Oh God! But when did everything like pick up? Because you did say like it's a slow grind, which everyone knows YouTube is not easy. It's probably. Do you think it was easier then than now though?
Yeah, because you could used to post any old shit and people would watch.
Would watch it. Yeah.
Now,
That
especially
was the only platform where you could watch things. Really.
Yeah. True.
Like Instagram wasn't like
wasn't gramming.
videos. Vine was like 2 seconds. Like that was the only place to watch, I suppose.
and at the time, I just wanted to watch YouTube. Like, I didn't want to watch TV. I just wanted to watch YouTube, so I didn't care what I was watching. I'd click on any random video from someone just so I was still watching YouTube.
Yeah, I remember them days.
What's the thing called on the
When the next one comes up.
recommended videos?
Yeah,
It used to be
recommended,
so
yeah.
much better back
Yes. So yeah, well, I posted for about a solid maybe like 4 or 5 years with like 1,000 subscribers sitting around there.
Wow.
And then it was actually a Kylie Jenner lip kit review that blew me up because I was in that.
That'll do it.
This is one of my claims to
Literally.
fame. I was in that first batch of Kylie lip kits that got sold.
Oh,
I bought one
wow.
and I was like, this is my golden ticket, bitch. I was like,
Thank you, Miss Jenner.
right? And then I think it was just because this was just pre James Charles, so everybody was still like, wait, boy in makeup, what? Which obviously helped me, and then it just sort of kept going from there. So it took like 4 years, I'd say.
God, the perseverance, man.
Honestly.
That's what I mean. Like if I was trying to do that at this age, I was just not seeing it going anywhere. Like, I don't have the
Suck it off,
time.
yeah,
Especially when you're watching TikTok and you're just watching someone just post something and all of a sudden it's getting millions of views and now they're an influencer. It's like, why am I spending hours filming and editing for this to not do anything when people on TikTok are just pressing record for 2 minutes and doing way better? I would not be bothered. It's a dying platform. God bless.
Do you think?
Well, they're saying that now. Oh God, my algorithm on TikTok is really pissing me off. I get all these like social media content experts, like the trends, and they're basically saying that like,
This sound has only got under 2,000.
I'm like, not interested.
They're like, use this sound and watch yourself grow. Use it 3 to 4 times a week. Like, shut the fuck up, bitch.
no, literally. But basically, what they're saying is like all the YouTubers are obviously trying to like grow on TikTok and Reels and do all the short form content, and they're not putting that time into making YouTube videos. So there's a gap for people that are now kind of tired of the short form content, like short form content fatigue is what they're calling it. And people are looking for like meaningful connections and someone they can engage with and watch longer form content. So they're saying, oh, this is your time to do those vlogs. But then again, it's like finding the time. If I'm going to spend like a whole week filming, edit a weekly vlog and 50 people are going to watch it, I'm literally going to jump off. Trigger warning. Like, I can't do it.
No. Yeah. And that's what no one wants to watch a 10-minute video on YouTube anymore. So my videos used to be like 10 minutes because I was like, people's attention span not good. No one wants to sit for an hour. And now, even within like a year, it's changed so much that I only post videos, or I'm trying to only post videos which are like over half an hour now. Because people will sit down and pick a YouTube video to watch while they eat. And they don't want to change a video after 10 minutes.
Oh God, yeah, that's so true. Yeah. Or like getting ready, like doing your makeup.
Yeah, you just want something in the background, and you can.
Yeah. So I feel like that there's a space for that. But in terms of like, do you remember when people used like daily vlog? And it was like a 10-minute like daily vlog or like a 10-minute haul. Like
that I used to always want more because I'm so nosy. I'm like, that's not enough. Like what else did you do? Like,
no, the worst was when they say they're going somewhere and then they're sat, and I'm so good. They're sat back and they're just like, so I've just gotten back, I didn't vlog anything. And it's like, bitch, I want to fucking see.
You literally had one job.
They're like, oh my God, I just went for an amazing dinner, but I forgot to get my vlog camera. And I was like, well, now how the fuck am I supposed to trust your word?
Yeah, no, literally. And I've never really been like a YouTuber like that, like sat down and watched and like had faves with, like there would be like just a couple of people that I just want to know what you're up to, and sometimes you're not giving it to me, and it'd be really annoying.
I find that I don't follow people on TikTok because there is a specific reason. I only follow friends which I want to send stuff to because I used to follow people and I'd get so sick of them because TikTok would force it down your throat so much on that following tab that then I would end up like getting pissed off from people who I used to find so funny because I just see them so much. So I'm just like, TikTok algorithm is disgustingly smart that they'll just keep feeding it back because they know I like it. I don't need to follow them, which is an awful thing for me to say as someone who's like, this is my job, and I'm like, please follow me. But I'm like, don't fucking follow your favorites. But I get so annoyed when I'm like, oh my God, I haven't seen the one for you for a while. I'm ready for a big stalk. And then it's like they've only posted 2 videos. I'm just like, oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm like, bitch, you posted nothing in a week.
Like, what are you doing?
Like, where are the videos?
And I posted like once in the past month, and I'm like, fucking up your game, bitch.
I mean, I literally cannot chat with my 2 little followers that literally don't care what I do. But oh my God, this one, when I first was on like TikTok and I was like, yeah, follow this person. I was like, I don't know why. I ended up following this girl who then ended up being like a jailbird. But
she had a bae in jail.
Yeah, but she's like younger than us, like UK girly. Like then like her and her mum's got in an argument. She like moved out and everyone was like, aren't you too young? And she's like, you lot don't need to know what's in my business. Anyway, so now it makes so much sense because like, I would be like following the story like, wow, this is like so much tea. Like you're so young, like bless you. But like I'm fucking loving this.
Yeah.
And then her videos just kept coming and coming and coming. It's like, oh, you know, when you make him over the phone, blah, blah, blah. And I would just be like, you're really boring me.
You
start getting annoyed.
Content like, great, your followers have gone up, but like, anyway. So now it makes so much sense once you follow people. They really do.
But don't you also find that like content creators change with their following? Like in the beginning, they were like fresh, raw, interesting, and then they get more followers, and it's just like, oh, this feels a bit, I don't know, performative at times.
I especially think that with TikTok because it's like, TikTok, you watch it and you think these people are just like, you're like, oh my God, you're my best friend. Like you're just like I'm watching your private story, your close friends.
Yeah.
Like you're just like me. And then all of a sudden they're at like premieres and going on. And it's just like, wait, no, this isn't me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Whereas like YouTube, like there was something really weird. And I think it was probably because YouTube was almost like a delay effect. Like you used to vlog and it would go up a week later. Like it wasn't real time. So it would sort of put a distance between you. But TikTok, like in terms of parasocial relationships, I think people on TikTok feel they're so, which I'm even guilty of. Like, as we just said, I'm like, bitch, where the fuck are you? Like, come on, post, like, do something.
No, you know, it's so mad. It's like, guys, I'm going out in 10 minutes. Like, what should I wear? Like, help me choose. And literally you post it straight away. And a couple of people's like, right, cool, I'm going to wear that. And it's like, this is
crazy.
like such a real time.
Yeah.
To like thousands of people. It's like, we're literally best buds, hun. Like, it's like calling your friend and being like, what shall I wear?
Literally.
But like, to the world. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's a scary app. Yeah.
I love it. I
do.
love it.
What can we do? We can't escape it.
No, we cannot run. We cannot hide, mama.
No, literally, we're trapped. We're trapped.
We are trapped.
God.
Do we have our weekly catch up? Do we do that? Is that
Weekly
normal?
catch up. What's been going on in the week?
Like, how has everyone been this week?
I've been a bit busy. I wasn't busy last week. But
I'm busy this week.
Been busy.
busy. Yeah, just busy doing bits and bobs. Like, I mean, we said it on quite a few of our episodes this year. It's like 2023 is like, woo, that's the year. And a part of that comes with actually doing the stuff that you said you were going to do. So yeah, just been doing the things then.
Go on. What you about to say? Lewys, darling?
Ooh, what have I done? I don't know. Almost kind of same. I didn't like last year. And that's because I got lazy and I was just like, oh, things like, why aren't things coming to me?
Yeah.
Like why aren't like people seeing me and being like, I want him here and there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, come on. And then I was like, bitch, you've done the same thing for the past 5 years.
Yeah. Do you think you get a bit complacent?
Oh
the right
my God, I
word?
got
Yeah.
so complacent. And I got complacent at probably the worst time. I got complacent when I was like 19, 20, 21. And I would post on YouTube like once a month. I wouldn't really care about it. And then I finished uni. And then we went into lockdown. So people were still active. And then after lockdown, I was just a bit like, oh, this is my life now. Like, fuck. Like, I actually need to take this a bit seriously.
My job.
Yeah.
So then I was just like, this year I was just like, well, I'm just going to do more things myself and not wait for people to come and not wait for, and like every year, like certain things would like come around each year. And I'd be like, this is the year, I'm going to do this. This is the year I'm going to do this. And then it would be something completely out of my control and they wouldn't ask me to do it. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, oh, I'm not even going to do this now. And it's just like, well, bitch, just do it yourself. Like, stop being lazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've just been curating plans. I started the gym as well.
Woo!
I know. I pay too much money to walk on a treadmill, but that is...
Don't think about that side of things. Because if
Just
you do,
walk.
you make just walk.
Just
You'll make
walk.
yourself so ill. Just go. Like the fact that you joined and you're walking.
Exactly. Yeah. 2023 is my year.
Good.
I love that. How have you been, babe?
I've been great. Obviously, just come back from holiday tonight. Yeah.
Oh
so,
God, must be nice.
Yeah, must be nice. Back on the grind. Haven't entered the gym this week. But it's okay. We're only the second day in, so I've still got the rest of the 5 days to go. But I've been good. I've been
Nice.
me. Yeah.
Positive. I like it. I like a bit of positive energy.
Yeah.
Positive vibes. Long may it continue. All right, I'm ready. I'm ready to talk Love Island.
Oh my God, so am I.
I'm ready, 'cause
I bloody caught up on everything these past 2 days for this episode.
Oh,
The whole thing.
first of all, thank you. I'm
Welcome.
honoured. This is what I influence. You know, when earlier I was like, I'm not an influencer.
No, you influence people to watch Love Island. You hear
Literally.
that? Cut him the check.
Honestly, mate, yesterday, working on my phone, and I put my phone up, I'm like, everyone's walking past me, there's people kissing on my phone. I'm like, this
I'm
is so
crying.
embarrassing. I'm there tapping, tapping, watching the
Oh
catching
God!
up.
All right. So for anyone who doesn't know, on Lewis's YouTube channel, you have a weekly. Actually, you know what? You introduce it. I'm not even going to do it justice.
Sorry, I have boba in my mouth. Yeah, well, it's basically just like a catch up, but it's basically like Love Island after some, but with people who like sort of like more younger people or people who are on social media actually want to hear from.
Yeah.
So like other
I'm crying.
It's like
like it's not some random comedian
unfiltered
from like
Yeah.
the 1980s who you're just like, what the fuck have you got to say about Love Island?
Yeah.
So
To be fair, their guests are very like questionable sometimes. Is that so?
I'm like,
I never watch After
Yeah,
Sun,
nor
so
do
I
I.
can't relate.
yeah.
so like just like people like influencers, people who've been on the show, like reality TV people, stuff like that. Yeah, and then obviously I'm tweeting as always.
Doing your thing.
Yeah, it is a full-time job.
Yeah.
Love Island season. I feel drained when Love Island's over.
Gosh, in a couple of months you got summer's coming up.
I did like a Q&A and someone was like, what do you think about Love Island Australia and Love Island America? I replied and I was like, go, we're getting 8 weeks at the start of the year, 8 weeks in summer. That's 16 weeks. We're now multiplying that. So that is now 32 weeks if you want me to watch Australian and American. There's only 50-something weeks in the year.
yeah.
I am not dedicating that amount of time to Love Island. I was like, you can get it with the British and you can move on. Like,
Yeah.
go ask your favourite Australian girlie what they think about the Australian and Love Island.
Oh, that is so funny.
So let's get into it. Where do we start from?
Okay, what do you think so far
Of this year,
season?
yeah.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
You know what? I think it's the best season since Molly May and Amber's season.
Okay.
Interesting.
And it's doing, allegedly, I don't actually know the scientific facts behind this, but apparently it's doing really bad in the ratings. Like,
This year?
yeah, it's not hitting. It's been like the least watched since like season 3.
Oh, God. I mean, I'm not surprised, though,
Yeah,
in a way.
I don't know why they did the winter. It's a lot. But I think it's so good. I feel like a lot of the people feel like people who would be on like old Love Island, like Zara,
Yeah.
Tanya, like they feel like they
feel
could
a bit more
be-
like like less I'm here to be an influencer and more like
Yeah.
real
People.
I'm here for love, quote unquote.
Yeah. And more people who like, or even like, not necessarily just here for love, but people who like like know what good TV is and they're gonna give it to
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
And they don't
Right,
care about
okay.
being like, oh, I need to watch what I say because the public might hate me, and if the public
Yeah,
hate me, I'm not gonna
okay.
get my brand deal. I think what helped it was Ekin-Su last year.
Yeah, because
was,
she just came and was like, I don't give a
She
heck.
gave us good TV and
Yeah.
came out like the most loved person.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of the
Right.
girlies this year were like, oh fuck, I don't have to be like Molly May, PG
Yeah.
tips, like all fine, like keeping it cool and like brand friendly. Like I can be like kind of like sexy and I
Yeah.
can cause some drama and arguments and the public still like me, which has made it good again. And I really like it. I think
Yeah.
it's good.
You know what? In the beginning, I was like, oh, okay, the whole Maya Jama effect. I was like, whoa, this is exciting. And then I was like, watch it. I was like, these people are dead. But I think it's picked up in the last week, like the dramas, which I like. That's what
Yeah.
I'm not here to be watching people just. Oh, you want to chat? You want to chat?
Literally.
Yeah.
Kai talking about the moon and the,
Oh yeah.
I feel like having watched it all like back to back in one go. No, honestly, you get a very different view than watching it like every
Really?
night.
Oh, right.
I
Because
can
you see it
that.
back to back and you just see everything
Everything.
unfold like straight away. And I think it's been quite dramatic quite early on with the whole like Zara and Liv situation. Liv is completely like blind. Like
yeah.
the forçation, I've just made that word up. Of her and Tom is like, I
Can we
wanna
get a
go in
definition?
there. Forçation, like she's forcing it, like the forceness of her and Tom was. I'm like,
He
are
doesn't
you
like
still,
you.
Wait, Zara or Olivia?
Olivia,
Yeah.
like, are you
Well, but-
still
yeah.
trying to get this guy? Like, I know, like obviously, like we know how we feel about each other.
he literally doesn't like you.
He literally hates your guts.
Yeah. And what is annoying me?
That was unraveled very early on.
Yeah, and it was made very obvious very quickly.
He
But
literally.
what is annoying me the only thing that I have annoyance with this shit is that they're all being so like cold and hot with each other in terms of like relationship wise
Yeah.
because they're all terrified of being dumped. So they're all just like not wanting to piss off anyone because they need them as a backup or like not
Right,
wanting
yeah.
to go for someone new because they're scared it might piss someone off and then they might be left single. I'm just like, oh my God, like do something.
Ron.
Like move to
That naughty
No,
Ron.
Ron is naughty.
He's like,
He's
no. Lana.
yeah.
Lana. Leave that fucking Lana girl alone, firstly, because you don't actually really want her.
no, he doesn't.
He's like, oh,
bless him.
I'm gonna tell whoever Ellie, like, it's just you. Goes to Ellie, and then he's like, yeah. So basically, you know, like, my options are open. I'm like, You literally, and Lana was like, don't tell me you're going to do something. Like, you don't need to, like, prove this whole point. And he's like, no, I'm going to do it because I want to be... Goes, pulls her for a chat and literally does not say anything of what he said he was going to say.
No, but I found it funny when she tried to come on, like, bad beat energy. Like, I'm not going to be the second option, blah, blah, blah. Then she tried to chat with the Aussie guy for a little bit. And then she came back and was like, yeah, you know, I am chatting to him. But I did tell him, I shouldn't be telling you this, that you're my main priority. And then kissed him. I'm like... Are you a bad bee or like
She's not
what's
a bad
going
bee.
on?
Bad bee is not in Lana's blood.
I would have been like, you're gonna have to hold out. Wait, I mean, in my head, in real life, what I would have done may be different because I'm a softie. But do you know what I mean? The right thing to do is like hold out for a bit, make him like learn his lesson. She gave in so easy. That's why he's doing it up with the new girl again, trying to almost.
Who, Sammy?
Yeah.
So sorry, ITV Hub. You've messed up something because. Episode 15 isn't episode 15, it's actually episode 14, which I've watched like 2 times over now, trying to get episode 15. So I couldn't watch last night's one.
Oh, last night's was good.
It was good, I told her.
Oh, sorry. That's not what you want to hear.
I've been told, though, what happened. The bad boy piece of information.
I fucking love that woman, Zara.
She brings drama.
I will die
She
for
calls
her.
everyone bruv as well. I love it. She's so London.
No, it's her accent switch, though. I'm like, who do you want to be today, Zara? Like, are we in the road? Are we in the office?
No, it's always in the morning. It's sweet. It's always like, I live on, of course, babes. Like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I feel like that was way. And the evening, it's like, I'm sitting on a bad boy.
No, that is actually it. Like, she literally comes alive in the night time. I don't know what it is.
And in the evening, she'll be like, I don't fucking care about Liv's opinions. What the fuck is that bitch got? And in the morning, she'll be like, oh my God, babe, I'm so sorry. I've made you
so
feel like that.
You
Like,
call me for a chat. Yeah, like, I love your honesty, babe. But it's her and Liv, like, in the morning, and we're like, so how's your night? And it was like, yeah, you know, obviously, like, just having, like, a really good chat with Tom, and, like, obviously, like, he knows where my head's at, you know? And then Zara's
sorry,
like...
that was such an accurate impression of her. She's so boring when she speaks.
So
Like,
boring.
she's like, so, do you think I'm funny? Yeah. What, really? Yeah. Okay. Really weird. Anyway, and then Zara will be like, yeah, you know, like Tom just reassures me so well, like in bed, like cuddles and stuff. And I'm like, you two are actually fighting over the most clapped guy in that bloody villa.
And he
that
doesn't
is
care
the
about
real
either of
tea.
you.
He literally hates both of you.
But I saw a tweet that was like, neither of them like Tom
Either.
more than they hate each other. And they're actually doing all this because they hate each other.
Yeah.
Basically, they
100%.
hate each other more than they like the guy.
Yeah.
And they don't want to be the one that loses out on the
To
guy.
the other
That's why they're
person,
forcing
yeah.
it. Because I think Liv would have left it a long time ago if it was anyone other than Zara.
Yeah. Agreed. She just doesn't want her to win. Which
No.
I get, but it's like, why don't you two join forces and have him left on his own?
Yeah.
Well, that's hopefully what tonight.
I hope so.
I'm hoping
Yeah, but what she did was out of bitterness, like spite. She did that on purpose.
What,
like,
going up to tell her?
Yeah, to be like, oh, by the way, like that's such a...
Yeah.
That was the
That
funniest
wasn't, like,
5
nice
minutes ever.
intention.
And she was like, no, girl power. We need to
Yeah.
tell her. And I'm like, girl.
It's not girl power. Like, who
Be
are
fucking
you
for
kidding?
real.
It's bitch power. It's not girl power.
It was poor little Tanya being like, she was like, no, please. Please don't tell her.
She's like, Zara.
She looked like a child, like begging not to go to bed. She was like, please, Zara, don't go upstairs.
I saw that clip and I was like, what the fuck is going on in the House of Commons? Like, what the hell?
No, Will literally did his job and went on a date.
They were like, Will, we think you should I can already tell what happened. The producers were definitely like, Will, we think you should maybe go have a chat about like the secret, like you shouldn't hold it.
Yeah.
So he would have pulled them for a chat, and then they would have sent him out and be like, there we go, we got it out. Then we don't have our like golden boy looking bad that he's the one who stirred it, because now it's Zara and Tanya stirred. He's out the equation so the public can still love him, and then we can just bring him back in.
The way they meddle, sometimes
No,
I'm like, I
yeah.
love it. And in my head, I'm like, these poor guys are stuck in that house. I don't know what time it is, have no sleep, have to eat with these people that are literally ruining their lives
yeah.
every single day.
It is intense.
But I love it, and I watch it every single time.
Liv
I
is
say
going to
I'm
be
not going
devastated. Like, as much as she's annoying, I actually really feel sorry for her in the situation.
I
What's
do
going to
too.
unfold?
And obviously, everyone's made her feel bad for not. You know, he says that I can't, like, I'm not warming up to him quickly. So obviously, it's like, it means I don't like him, but I don't have the chance.
She doesn't like
Like, it's fine if you're a slow burner, but it is true what they say. Like, you gotta hurry up, mate. Do you want a cuddle or a kiss? I might have a cuddle. Well, I might have you in the fucking bed.
No,
Yeah.
I think she needs to unpack some things with like a therapist.
I think I don't feel sorry for her because I think she's good. I don't even think she's gonna be that pissed off. I think she's seeing this as a get out of jail free card. She now has a reason to leave Tom without saying that she lost out. So like now she knows that Tom's kissed someone else. She's like, fine, I can get fucking rid of him. I don't have to lose out to Zara.
Because Zara was out of the equation.
Yeah.
She kind of won, quote unquote.
And he's gonna be like, no, none of you, my girlfriend.
Yeah, I didn't actually like. You were both 3 and 4 in my pecking order.
No, literally. Now he's going to be on to Sammy next.
I want to. I was watching your last Sunburn with David, and I think he's a really interesting character.
Oh, what do you mean?
I just find him so fucking annoying.
No, you know what?
I actually can't.
I very rarely will like stand up and back for a straight male,
Okay.
but he was so lovely
Was he?
and really, really nice and very charming. And bless
On or off
him,
camera?
both. And bless him because he said he was like, oh, I asked, I was like, oh, do you think people are playing games? He was like, yeah. And he was like, that's the reason I'm here. Like I don't know if I should be saying this, but the producers were like, oh, well, the ones who are always in it for genuine reasons always end up going first. And David was like, I was in there for, because I was like, no one fucking goes on there. He was like,
Divine love.
he was like, I did. And I was like, oh.
Oh,
Do you
bless
believe
him.
that?
Kind of. I kind of
He
believe.
just gives a mad clout chaser vibes. I'm
Yeah,
so
I mean,
sorry.
to be fair, when he came out, he
does.
did a lot of like clout chasing things like the
but you've
Dammy
got
India
to.
thing.
It's either that or going back to your day job being a failed Love Islander. Like,
Yeah.
do you not remember last year that girl Coco
Yeah, she
ran
backed
her
in
mouth?
shots,
She
I
did like
know.
what's the
Crystal,
opposite
yeah.
opposite of a sponsored silence. She did a sponsored talking. She was on every podcast across London for 48 hours running her mouth. And I was like, fair play, because you've gone off Casa Amor. You've got about 2 days in there.
Yeah.
2 seconds of screen time. It's either that or you have to go back to your job. And
I think she did go back to her job,
Yeah,
didn't she?
in
Yeah,
that,
she
in
did,
that documentary with Will.
But I have a friend who went on. Friend is a loose term, an acquaintance. As in, I've met this person twice. Like,
You are so me.
I know. I don't want them hearing this and being like, not him calling me a friend. Like, oh, were we that close? Like, and I think they were like an accountant or they work somewhere and they have a whole degree and they keep applying for jobs and everyone's like, we can't accept you being on Love Island.
No.
And they're just like, now I'm working as a waiter / waitress and I can't get a job in my degree field because no one wants me because I was on Love Island, but influencing isn't making me enough money. So I'm just like,
It
That
does
is
ruin your
L.
job. Yeah.
because it's so much information about you online. Because even if you're so irrelevant, Daily Mirror and The Star are writing so many articles.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
is blah, blah, blah. Get to know the 22-year-old entering Love Island. Like, they write so many articles that it was going to be plastered on the
You're
internet.
done out.
for
Once
so
you're on Love
long.
Island, you're done out
I
here.
only ever thought about the fact that like, oh, you wouldn't blow as a influencer, whatever, and then you go back to your job. But I didn't think that you could struggle to just even get a job as well.
Yeah, I'm sure, like, the industry...
It depends on
They
industry.
were trying to get into it. It's a very serious, like, you've got to
professional.
have a clean digital footprint and all that
Yeah.
stuff. You can't Google yourself and like picture of you topless or picture of you in a bikini or like all the top
Yeah.
results. So it's like, I mean, sure, even the teachers, I bet you they couldn't go back to their teaching jobs if they
True.
fail.
Yeah, could you imagine, like, yo, sir, like,
that
isn't
is
this
an
you?
what's it called,
Yeah.
Ofsted investigation
Yeah,
waiting to
literally.
happen. So it's like
God.
you
It's
got,
hard.
yeah.
It's so weird. I was having this conversation with like an old fling, and they were like, "Oh, would you go on?" I was like, "Well, because I'm always like everyone says I should go on it, and my parents don't let me. But that's besides the point. But now I don't want them to hear this because I'm still gonna try. But now I'm like, but if I go on it, like that's it. Like I'm done. Like once you're on there, that is your reputation until like the day you are literally, like you know."
Yeah.
That's all you're going to be known
You're a
for
Love
unless you
Islander.
really try and change your life
Like a
around
Molly May
and call it a
situation.
holiday.
Even then, she's you still relate her back to life.
Yeah.
Or even someone
Yeah.
like Wes Nelson, who
Yeah, they-
tries and be like, "Oh, I was always going to be a singer. Like, it was going to happen
Yeah.
even if it wasn't for Love Island." It's just like,
Sorry, is he on roids or is it just me? Because he is.
I mean, I don't know you messaged me
effects
that,
of
and I don't. I was like, that's not my thing. I'm not
Not my
into. I
bag.
don't know.
It's just he's very.
Yeah, I think a lot of them
like,
probably are.
His neck is really henchy.
like swollen.
Neck is
Yeah,
necking.
yeah, the neck is necking. So I was like, oh my god, no! I hope he's not. Maybe he's in like bulking season. You know, that he's
maybe.
gonna, like,
It's like for the
do
rapper look.
yeah.
You know who's rebrand I love? Jordan. Who's Jordan again?
Who's Jordan again? Yeah,
very
his
good.
rebrand was
So he is someone he's probably out of everyone the person who got away from the Love Island image the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
100%.
He's like a rock star, superstar.
Exactly.
Now.
And hypothetically, a high-end fashion brand would never, ever touch a Love Island. Like last year, I didn't say anything. Because first of all, Ekansu has too many fans and they are terrifying. But they were coming on straight being like, Ekansu and Davide need to be booked for a Gucci campaign and need to be booked for a Giorgio Armani campaign. I'm like, are you people dumb? They have just come off a reality TV show on ITV2. Do you think these high fashion houses are wanting Love Islanders to front their brand?
Yeah.
But he's done it. And so...
I mean, it took many years, but that's
Yeah.
what Dammy's saying that he's holding out for. He's like,
He's trying to rebrand
I'm
himself.
trying to rebrand. I'm holding out. Like, I don't want to do these, like, you know,
Like
itty
Boohoo
bitty.
Man and...
Yeah.
But then he's on Twitter every night tweeting about Love Island.
I don't know.
Think about.
I don't know. Like, everyone thought that Davide was going to get these, like, Italian brands.
I thought
and stuff.
that more so because he has the look. If you take away
Yeah.
like Love Island,
Right,
he has
yeah,
the look.
100%.
But I do understand why they wouldn't be like it's not an L. It's not a W for them.
No.
They don't need him.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why we got Davide ex Boohoo Man instead.
Which if I was him, I wouldn't have run to that.
I
They
don't know.
always do it. They must have offered him like bare peas and he just thought money.
Might
like,
as well,
I'm set.
yeah.
But like, sorry, I don't even like these dusty brands. I'm not too sure what your relationship is with them, but
No.
I'm not a fan of Boohoo Man. But so just interesting.
Yeah.
I love the Love Island tea, and every year I'm like, I'm not gonna get into it, and I do.
know.
All this every year without fail.
And you get away with it for the first week because nothing's happening.
Yeah.
And then as soon as everyone's up like, oh my God, did you watch Love Island last night? It was so good. And then it's like, oh, wait. Maybe we'll go back
The
and watch
whole
it.
office as well. They're like, oh my God, Love Island. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, bloody hell, better start watching 9 o'clock.
It is not as bad as it used to be, though. I remember back in like 2018, 2019, every conversation was centered around Love Island.
Yeah.
Because it was when people had just started watching it. So it was still like a quirky, like
yeah.
little, like
Yeah.
cool niche thing for them to speak about.
The KD year.
Oh yeah.
Like, bring back the smoking area.
Yes.
Bring back more than one glass of wine a day.
So they don't
That
have a
is-
smoking area, or they
No,
what
they
do
have to
hide?
go out one at a time. They're not allowed out because they're not allowed to have conversations like off camera. And obviously smoking, they're not allowed to like promote the smoking now. But before they would have like in Big Brother, they would have like the smoking area, and they'd be drinking and stuff. And obviously people would get a bit leery. There'd be like arguments. There'd be Oh my
But
God.
what are these rules about? Like, come on, just
Yeah,
open
it's because
the bottle.
like the like little kiddie bubs aren't in bed by 9
Well,
o'clock.
that's a parental guidance issue. Like, that's not my
literally. So
issue.
now, you know, and they don't want to promote like smoking and like alcoholism or whatever.
No, but like the kiddie bobs need to be in bed. It's 9 o'clock.
Like all their parents are drinking anyway. Half the world's an alcoholic. Like we literally are from the UK. Everyone's smoking by the age of 12 anyways, but whatever, that's them. But yeah, it used to be so good.
And do you know what I thought back to the other day? The fact that Big Brother used to be, you could watch it live at any moment in time.
I used to watch it like
Oh,
bare
you thought-
silence.
and in
like,
black and white at like 4 a.m. and you're like, so everyone's sleeping, huh?
And I was just like, that is wild.
Yeah,
Could you
so
imagine if you
weird.
had that on Love? You could never now because they have to cut so much out to
Yeah.
like keep everything PC
PG,
and like
yeah,
keep
yeah.
everything like. I'm sure there are so many instances in there where someone says something they shouldn't have said, or someone's doing something that they shouldn't be doing, and they just like cut it out because it just
Yeah.
saves everyone the time of day.
People were like literally, even on Love Island, like would have sex. What was that woman called on Big Brother? She had sex in the
Makosi
jacuzzi.
and,
She's like, Big Brother, I need a
forgot
pregnancy,
about
I need a pregnancy test, or like a morning
so
after pill or
stupid.
something. And then in Love Island, that girl that had sex in like the whole room's black and white. She just
Oh
whips
yeah,
the covers off.
cowgirl.
Yeah.
And she's getting all living her best life. That is the drama that we want. This is why your ratings are going down. If anyone needs a producer, it's me. Like, I'm fucking ready. Like, what? The TV's just not juiced. Like, we think it's juiced juicy,
Yeah.
but
But
it
it's
can
not
be
when you
juicy.
compare it.
And I feel like it's also overly produced. Like, I don't know what season it was that they caught on to, oh, the girls do a morning catch up. And now it's like they're forcing this, like, girls on the terrace and boys outside and debrief. That, like,
and bring the teas,
like,
Yeah.
the
no.
morning
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
iced coffees
all
and shit.
the what's it? Not anecdotes. What's it? The football when they like, oh,
I know, I don't
first
fucking
base, second
understand
base.
it.
Like, just shut up. Like, we don't need to force this every day. Like, every now and again, yeah, I wouldn't mind a little debrief when something's actually happened. But it's like, that's not normal. It's the morning. I don't want to talk to anyone. Like, have we brushed our teeth?
Yeah,
Like,
that
let's
as
really just do the
well.
maths.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
Also, it's now like declared that the act of service of love on Love Island is making breakfast. And I
Yeah.
remember last year, I was sat watching it, and do you remember last year's Casa Amor? If you watched, those men were crazy. Like, they were like rife in Casa Amor. They were like, there was like Jax and Davide and Dami, and they were all
with
like,
all the girls.
they were all going
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
And Dami was having like 3-way kisses, and Andrew
Oh
was like
God, yeah, I
sucking
remember,
tits, and like
yes.
it was crazy.
Licking her tit or whatever.
And they were all like, not speaking. I'm never going near him again. Absolutely not. Never. And then we make him like toast and some egg. And they'd be like, oh my God. Like,
Yeah.
wait. Like, I might have to take him
God.
back. I'm just like, what the? Like, on the outside world, you would have. Why has it been declared over there that making someone some fucking
Is that
golden
so-
bread with some
yeah.
Lurpak on is the like minimum to like be like, okay, right, he's fine now. Like, he's
or like bringing them a smoothie while they're working out, while the guys
Yeah.
are working out. I'm like, get up, stand up. Like, we are literally on our knees, and it's horrible to watch.
It's like, oh my God, there's that debate going on right now. I don't know if it's going on right now or it's just I'm so behind on Twitter or TikTok, and it's like, you shouldn't do wifey things before you're a wife.
Yeah,
Because
'cause then-
therefore a man will be like, I don't want to wife you because I basically have a wife without having to put a ring on it, because you're doing all the wifey, you're making me breakfast and you're doing all this and you're
Yeah.
washing my boxers. Why do I need to put a ring on it when you're being a
Doing
wife
that,
anyway?
yeah.
Which is dumb, but I was just like, apply that to the Love Island girls. Come on.
Yeah, to
I
be
wish
fair,
I
they
could
do
go
too
on
much.
there
Yeah.
as like, hey, girls, look from the outside, you look like fucking idiots. So I'm just here to let you know, like, you know, in Big Brother when they had to do the freeze thing and the mum came in and he's taking you for a mug.
The fuck sat there in the head office and was like, okay, guys, I have this amazing idea. We're gonna get them all to play musical statues.
We're gonna bring the mum in.
Get family members to come on.
And it's the mum was like the guy from Blue. What was
Yeah,
his
from
name?
Blue.
Lee Ryan or something.
Yeah, Lee, oh, he's a
And now he's
idiot.
in
Another scandal.
yeah.
Oh yes.
And then she's like, he's holding her. She's like, he's taking you for a mug, babe. And she's like,
No, they need to bring them producers onto
Right.
ITV.
This
is what
Because
I mean.
even like when they bring in like the family,
yeah, but,
and it's,
but
they
Big
force them
Brother's
to
gonna
be.
on ITV now as well.
Oh,
I'm
God.
dead.
No, but like on Love Island, when they bring in their families and they force it to be like a wholesome situation, like why is no one coming in like
Right,
I don't
like,
like how you're treating my
Yeah.
daughter, or maybe they need to bring in people like earlier on to shake it up a bit, not at the end. And
Yeah,
the
yeah,
home
yeah.
stretch is boring.
That is so true. Actually, that's a good point. But I just feel like you're not gonna
Sorry.
get.
Right over there.
That noise. All my water's gone in the bobo.
Yeah.
Oh, I
I'm
hate
trying
when
to-
that
What
happens.
do you know
It's
what
just
to do?
over at the bottom.
Sorry. Sorry if anyone's listening and not watching. That was so annoying. I'm so sorry. But yeah, we need to start doing those like cool things.
100%. But they can never get away with how reality TV is anymore, because I think there wasn't social media back then. So
Yeah.
all you were getting the heat, which was obviously still really bad, but it was just from like the press and the
Yeah.
headlines.
And then
Yeah.
some
You
just
big news happens and everyone
Read it
forgets
in the
about
morning and
you.
it was gone. Whereas now on social media, it's every minute. Like when they first come out, they're probably getting like hate comments and death threats and this and that. Like, it's so much more intense than it was like back in the day.
Yeah.
And the fan pages is what keeps them alive.
Right.
Because the fan pages, I swear there's still fan pages of like 20,000 seasons ago, Love Island. Like, look
No,
at them now with
yeah,
their babies,
true,
like
yeah.
having so much fun. It's like, no one
I really
want to
get into the mind of someone who like has a fan page. Actually, no, sorry, I did that once. Wow, that's what it is.
Oh, for who?
That's
What?
really
For
weird.
who? Bitch, you get that quiet. Who did you make a fan page for?
Who do you think?
Rihanna.
Yeah.
Oh!
So my current Twitter, I had another Twitter, and then
Oh my God, so
had
did
a-
I. You've just reminded me by saying Twitter.
I had and the reason why I did it was because I followed this girl who had a Nicki Minaj fan page, and
Right.
it got bare followers. So I was like,
I'm gonna do the same thing.
I got bare pictures of Rihanna. Like, I just post the looks. So I made the page, but I didn't keep it up. So then I deactivated my old Twitter. And then it just never came back. So I was like, oh God, I've got to turn my fan page into my main page now.
Right.
So it was like, I wasn't doing it because I was like crazy. I might have been. But I was actually doing it for clout.
That's so interesting. I'm going to hold that against you for the rest of your life.
I said, that gives me the ick. And I know we're leaving the word ick in
yes, I want to get into some of your things.
Because I was triggered by that. Actually, that comment.
No one liked that.
Let's get into it. I think why we were a bit triggered was, what did he say?
You were like, you're too old. That's why you're
the calls coming from inside the house.
It's like, you're too old to be. I was like, I just got red. I was like, watching it like, oh, what a pleasant video. Yeah, what are we gonna leave? Like, what am I gonna? I was just like, bet.
I was like, that's me, and that's okay. That's okay.
Agreed with the leg warmers.
Oh yeah.
It's giving like jazz cam.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like, who said that I can't wear my Converse? Like, that's what it's giving.
It's just giving, like, I see leg warmers now, I just associate it with like fast fashion, like, I'm like, you're wearing like Jaded London, like, it's just not giving. I don't like them. I think they can, in very, very rare occasions, be paired with a right thing and it can look good. But I'm talking about slim occasions. Like, most of these girls are chucking them over like a pair of Doc Martens and holy tights and shorts. I'm just like, this is not what, it's not giving.
Agreed. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. What was we had that Balenciaga bag as well, which, I mean, I've never been a fan of that bag.
I actually like the bag. I prefer the city bag, but the Kagol bag's cute. It's just, I feel so sorry. It's been done to death by ego TikTok shop. And it's just like, I'm never, like, why? I mean, I'm either not going to believe you, or if you tell me you bought it for real, I'm going to be like, well, you're a fucking idiot, because you could have just gotten this on Ego Official for £30 and I would not have been able to tell the difference.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. And it's happening so much recently with so many bags that, like, as soon as they get like a big, and especially the ones we've had no, like the Prada nylon bags have been a big thing, but they always have the Prada logo on.
Yeah.
So it's like harder to dupe. But they're doing the diesel bags now, the little diesel shoulder bags.
Are
They're
they duping them?
With the actual diesel logo?
No, I think it's just like a silver swell.
Right, so then you have to really pay attention to see.
So like there's no that part of the D, but there's still like a swell.
I'm a bit done. I'm like you, I'm kind of done with the diesel logo situation.
Yeah, I don't understand, because the bag's not cheap. If you're buying that bag, you've got enough money to like splurge on like a nice item. And I'm just like, I never get it why people will save up or like want to buy something for a birthday or something, and you'd get something that so many other people have. I want to buy it, like, and splurge out on something expensive, I want it to be such a unique piece that like no one else has, and I'm going to get so many compliments on, and it's going to be so wearable. And it's not like, I mean, it's not really micro trendy because it is quite a simplistic bag, but I'm just like, I don't know, like, it's like even on Diesel itself, like they have so many better pieces than just a plain bag with an emblem on. Just like, use your imagination.
I think, but this is the thing with trends, and again, I think it's very hard to come away from it. Like, once something gets big, and it's like, maybe if you do like genuinely like it as well, you may like be what's the word I'm looking for? Disencouraged to buy it because everyone's got it.
Oh no, 100%.
Is that a word? Unencouraged.
So.
Disencouraged, yeah.
Disencouraged.
I think it's the way you said it so slowly.
Yeah, I was like, well, sorry, the sentence is, like, even if you genuinely like something that was like...
Right.
Discouraged.
Sorry, you would be discouraged. Y'all are as stupid as me.
Because I was like, say it with your
like, sir. I don't know about that.
You might be discouraged, and that's what's such a shame, because it's like everything gets so blown up in such a wide scale, and then you've got these fast fashion brands that makes it such a huge thing as well. There's nothing that's just like exclusively exclusive anymore.
You almost have to like shop with your eyes closed. And not pay, like, just walk into, like, buy things because you genuinely want them and not because you've seen it on people. And I feel like that's something that's been taken away out of like the love of fashion. A lot of people are shopping and buying into things because they're seeing other people. And I guess maybe it's the world of like influencing and this is how it is, but versus I'm just getting this because I like it. I'm window shopping, I saw this, oh, this is nice. Not like, oh, maybe that was nice 2 years ago, but no one's really rocking with that brand, so I'm not going to rock with the brand. Or I don't know.
No, 100%. Because I bought back in the day, I bought, you know, when the off-white like straps were a thing, the big yellow off-white strap.
Yeah.
And I had a black bag which had the off-white strap on, and I didn't wear it for years. And I was just like, I can't wear that. Off-white is so uncool. I can't wear that. Off-white is so uncool. And I was just like, let's just take the strap off. It's like a very good quality plain black bag. Right. And I was just like, oh my God, it's so dumb how I would not wear something which I spent so much money on because it's deemed uncool. It's just like...
And who deemed it uncool?
Right?
Who is it? Bring him here.
Well, it's bitches like me making this TikTok.
But that's the thing. Wear the fucking bag.
Exactly.
Because who's going to beat you? You fucking spent the money on it. It's your bag, wear it.
And that's what I always also say when I do those videos like that. And I used to always do every year trends we need to ditch in 2022, 2021.
They do fucking well.
Yeah, exact. First of all, yeah, people love bringing other people down in like a way like that. And I'm a culprit of it as well. I love outfit reviews. I love doing that. And I hate it when they're like, I love this look. I'm like, that's boring. But they're like, this look isn't it. I'm like, oh, drag look.
Yeah, we
it's
get
human
dragged.
nature.
Like some of the fans, like when we do like our red carpet, like they literally come from us, and we're like, you can like, we don't actually care.
Literally. No, someone commented. We did Golden Globes review, and I just said like, it was, what's that sound that's one of these trending TikTok sounds?
It's like, no, boring. Don't like it.
Boring.
Boring. No. Yeah.
So I said like Viola Davis, like what she wore was boring, because I just feel like for red carpet, it was very much, a lot of the outfits are very much giving like, I'm going to a wedding.
Right.
And I was like, I don't want to see that on the red carpet, right? I didn't know Viola Davis had fans. Someone was like, what, you're sitting at home in your pajamas. And they were like, your crunchy silk press. I was like, to be fair,
yeah, not the silk press.
I was like, to be fair, my straighteners are broken, but you didn't have to come from us. No, that one got me. That was literally my final straw.
Yeah. Like,
that one kind of hurt a little.
It's crazy.
But how do you deal, because you obviously do a lot of content like YouTube, TikTok, and like the controversial ones, the X and blah blah blah. How do you deal with negative comments and trolls, if you get any? I don't know, you might be loved by everyone.
I don't think I get it sometimes. Most of the times I don't really care if they're about my personality or anything like that, because I'm like, I know I'm like I back myself. So I don't really care about stuff like that. Or if people are like, well, you shouldn't be saying this because everybody should be allowed to wear what they want to wear and no one should be dictating. I'm like, I am not holding a gun to your head saying do not wear this.
Yeah.
Start like that. And I also think in a way that making videos like this hopefully breaks the sort of everybody needs to wear the same thing because it's trendy thing. Because I'm like, this is my personal opinion. Style is individualistic.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to wear the same exact same clothes as someone else and be a carbon copy of someone else. This is my opinion on something. If you want to wear your moon boots with your diesel bag and your Kagol bag on the other arm, go for it. I'm not gonna like it, but there's gonna be someone out there who does. I don't really care for people who comment like, no, like, I can't believe you're saying get rid of the moon boots. Like, I have a pair. I'm like, wear them. This is my personal opinion. And like, people give their opinion on so much. People give their opinion on Love Island. Like, straight men give their opinion on sports all the time. And anyone else is allowed to comment on fashion, whether they like it or not. And it's nothing personal to a person, whether it's like a person on a red carpet or someone sat at home who I have no idea who they are, who own the item. It is just a specific item which I do not particularly like right now. Like, it's not that deep.
Yeah.
Touch
People
some grass.
definitely take things
Too
personally.
literally.
It's a personal attack. If I don't like what someone wears, it's not about who they are. They're lovely. Just don't like your shoes.
Yeah. I think as well, it's so hard, like on this podcast, I think a lot of the times we may sound quite like contradicting or hypocritical, because we're very much like, do you wear what you want, yada yada yada, and then we'll sit here and be like, fucking hell, that outfit is dead. But it's like, but still do you, like, just because I think that, like,
no.
It literally does not take away from the fact that you absolutely love it, and that is so great for you, and like, I would want you to wear that every single day of your life.
Because if people call my outfit dead, I'm just like, okay.
To you.
Exactly. I'm like, I know I have good style and I like it, so shut up. Well, no, I'm not even shut up. I'm just like, thanks for your opinion, but like, it's not really affecting me, and I'm gonna wear this jumper again. Like, when I first wore this jumper, everybody was like, I got so many replies on Instagram being like, ew, like, what is that jumper? Like, this is like something from my dad's. And I was just like, I was like, okay, like, the plan is working. I'm like, if people are hating, this must mean this jumper's lit. Like,
no, but ugly swag. I'm not saying it's ugly, by the way, but no. That's not what I'm trying to say. But like that is actually like
stereotype
style. Yeah, like things that people
Yeah.
deem as like, oh, that's like, oh, that's off, that's garish, that's weird. Actually is stylish, worn on the right person though. I feel like certain looks and certain outfits don't go on everybody. Like sometimes I go through phases of like conforming to the like, you know, like no one come for me. Do you know black girl look, like, you know, the black girl uniform and stuff, and that's just, it doesn't suit my personality. It doesn't speak to me. So I wear weird things. Sometimes I look back like, wow, that was weird. But in the moment I was like,
But it's
I love it.
It's at this point in my life,
This
I
is
was
who
this
I am,
person,
yeah.
and this point in my life, I was that person.
Yeah.
And everyone goes through phases to like find them. I don't think you ever find yourself
No.
within fashion. Like you're never like, this is me and that is it now. I found what it is that I love. Well, maybe some people do. But I feel like generally speaking, like you go through moments in your life of like who you are, what your personality is like who you're dating, this and that. I mean, not Kourtney Kardashian because she literally is just like whoever she dates, literally like rules her
That's her
wardrobe.
style.
That's so scary. But it's like you're always gonna change. Like I'm gonna be a yummy mummy, and then I'm gonna be like a sexy mummy, and then I'm gonna be like a football mum. Like I'm gonna change.
But you even look at someone like Bella Hadid, who's just like quote unquote everyone says like the best style ever. She has very good style, but like lots of people on like Twitter and TikTok say she has the best style ever. And you compare her outfits now to like 2-3 years ago, and they're so different. Yeah, like she doesn't have a sense of style, a personal sense of style. Like even her, who everybody deems as. And the other thing I always think is when I'm looking at people, I think people who are really cool, most of the time I hate their outfits because I'm just like, oh, I would never wear this. This is so ugly. I can't believe you're cool and bold enough to wear this. I rate people who wear outfits which I hate.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as we're not talking about like Joni Jeans and a crop top like that, I hate, but like for a different reason. Like, but if people are wearing like
Joni Jeans, listen, Joni Jeans had the girls in a chokehold.
The biggest chokehold.
And they were not flattering.
I only had one pair of them, and they were white. And not gonna lie, they made my ass.
But the material, the quality
was stretched.
Awful, mate. My thick thighs, the middle of that was like straw.
God,
it was
Joni
gone.
Jeans, that was amazing.
Joni Jeans.
And then you tie a checkered shirt
No.
around
Your white crop
you
top.
slap a Vans on your
This
feet.
is so Topshop Oxford Street era.
Oh, yeah.
R.I.P.
I know. It was lame, Topshop by the end. You know what? I thought the other day, Topshop were bagging like Kate Moss collabs and stuff like that. And I was like, for a high street store, they did what had to be done. Like,
Mr. Green said, here's the money.
Yeah.
You compare like the biggest supermodel of the time right now, Bella Hadid, say, she's not going to be doing Bella Hadid x ASOS. She's not going to be doing
Kate
like...
Moss was doing Rimmel London.
Yeah.
And now Maya Jam is about to do it.
Oh, she's in Rimmel?
She's the new face of Rimmel London.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It
I
does
like
make
that.
sense.
Yeah.
She's getting to the bag.
She is. And because we were discussing it in work, 'cause we always have to stay up to date with like what's going on in the industry. And there was like, yeah, like it just makes a lot of sense for her because a lot of her followers and stuff are very like high street.
Yes.
So it makes sense for her to be the face. And then I was like, gosh, yeah. And it's like, that's so random then for Rimmel London to have like Kate Moss.
They had
as
Rita
the
Ora for
face.
ages.
God, yeah, I forgot about her. She's so
What is
Rita Ora selling?
No, I feel like Rita
How does she have
Ora,
money?
she has like a bad boy piece of information on the industry because why?
Right?
Like who? Like what was the impact for her to have all these deals and be the face of this and be here and there and
She gives industry plan.
yeah.
She's Nepo babying without the Nepo.
No, literally, she said. JK.
Oh no, actually. No.
Girl.
That we'll say that to you for another day. But you know, it's very similar to sorry, I'm just gonna say it. Bass Morgan.
Who's that?
Bass
From Swiss Howie.
Howie. Like,
oh God, yeah.
this guy is best friends with literally.
He's in America now,
everyone.
right?
Like he's like the socialite of socialites, but it's like. But he's actually buddies with these people. Like I just don't.
How did he get there?
I think that his was money. Like he must be from a rich family.
Oh, is he?
So this is all conspiracy.
This is all alleged. Disclaimer, alleged.
Before I start getting like
dragged. You know what I mean?
I think what it's giving is like he was just from a really rich family. Probably had like a few tenuous connections growing up. Like someone went to a school who then became a pop star, and then introduced them to that person, and then because he was rich inherently he was able to keep up with them all.
Yeah.
And probably / also may have been richer than some of them could have been, like, especially if they're like brand new like pop stars or brand new models or brand new cool people. He could be like, guys, oh God, that spirit of Astrid Morgan being like, hush.
He said, you don't know shit about me. You better shut. Oh God. But yeah, maybe.
Like, and he was like, who wants to come to this villa for this week? And
then
all
they
these
just
like cool
come.
people are like, oh my God, yes,
Yeah.
a free holiday to like a
Yeah.
crazy villa.
I want my children to be like full on Nepo. Like,
They
want
will
them
be.
because obviously I'm gonna be like superstar.
Ain't
I
nothing
want
wrong with a
them
Nepo
to
baby.
like make the, like be like, do you know who my mum is? And then maybe their dad, and like be like, yeah, like I've got this. Like, I just want them to thrive in my success.
And I don't know this controversial. I don't hate Nepo babies.
Nor do
I hate
I hate Nepo babies
such a
that
strong word.
don't take advantage.
of that. Yeah,
of
Right.
that grinds
what
my
they
gears,
can.
Yeah.
That I'm like, they're like, yeah, like I'm so humble. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
I hate, I like, cause I always think if you're a good Nepo baby, I'm not going to know you're a Nepo baby because you're going to be so good at what you're doing, whether it's like modeling, singing, acting, whatever, influencing, that I'm like, oh, this makes sense why she's walking this show. This makes sense why she's performing at this festival, playing this role, because like your talent is speaking for itself. Like I'm not having to be like, wait a minute, this is not adding up. Who the fuck is this? And why are they just land like a blockbuster movie? Let me Google them. So if they're doing it like that, I don't care. I also don't care because I do the same. It's the ones who just do it so badly, like Brooklyn Beckham.
Bless him.
And I'm just like, you are Nepo. Like, let me do this.
No.
I would do
Let me
such
show
a
you.
better
No,
job.
literally. Give me
Yeah.
the access.
Oh gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I really enjoyed this episode.
I did
Oh.
as
I really
well.
enjoyed this.
This has been a nice like breath. It's so nice having someone that's like, but before we wrap this up, you've got your podcast.
Yes.
Season 2 coming out.
Yes,
Do you want to
yes.
let the people them know?
So, very soon I have a new. Well, I used to have a podcast called Pop Off, which was just with me, and it was just I talk all things pop culture, everything that's been going on in the week, all that kind of stuff, and it's coming back very soon in about like mid-Feb with not just me. I'm also joined with a co-host called Isla Loba. Did you not know that? Did you not know that?
Can I be your like podcast assistant? You need a producer. Get in that studio. Let me in there.
What the hell?
It's like, I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love
so
it.
much
That makes sense.
The two of us gobbing off about
That
celebrities.
makes so much sense. Oh my
I'm
god.
so happy.
I feel like that's the best reaction you need.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I was so gutted by that.
because we love Isla. She's our
Yes.
girl.
When you started saying it, I was like, oh.
And when you said I was like, surely
Who's
not.
I?
Oh my god.
Oh god,
Yes.
that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
That is a good
Co-host.
Done. Well
Oh, God.
done.
I love
And
that.
She's so funny, and I did it on my own, and I was just like, this is fun, but it's just not.
How did you do that? You
giving.
just talking to yourself?
Exactly, and I just like
It's
I
like
find
YouTube, but like
Oh yeah, but
Like,
audio.
basically,
Yeah,
basically,
true,
yeah.
true.
And I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I've never listened to a podcast with just a sole host because I like getting invested in like a relationship that the two people have, or like the gossip, like the interactions or the inside jokes. Like, you don't get that on your own.
Yeah,
and I was
for
just like,
sure.
who do?
well, you do. It's like
It's in your
you
head.
wanna go left? But yeah,
And I was like, who else do I know who will speak their mind and not afraid to like not be PC,
Yeah.
and also keeps up to date with like cool and good things? And I was like, Isla Loba, that fits
she
the
is
job.
like
Boom.
the epitome
Lit
Yeah.
show.
of cool.
Oh,
I can't wait.
I love that. I'm gonna tune in. I'm gonna hit subscribe in a minute on my
I
phone.
never hit subscribe on nobody
Except me.
except me, and I leave myself with 5-star review. Oh yeah, sorry if you haven't. Please leave us a review right now. Thank you.
Like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
that's so excitable. If you ever need a guest.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, crossover.
100%.
I love that. All right, tell everyone where they can find you on the social media.
You can find me looking for Lewys on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Snapchat, whatever, anything else that's out there. That's definitely like an inactive account from like years ago, like Keek or like Vine. If that you can find me probably on there somewhere too with the same username.
Bebo, MySpace, and Tumblr. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
It's
It's so much
been so
fun.
fun. And we'll be back next week per usual. And have a lovely week.
Bye.